CIA guys probably working with special forces or other people in Ukraine, maybe even running their own little teams and stuff, and they're obviously going to get killed because everybody's getting killed.
The one thing I just want to say is this, but yet not one single mainstream journalist has even asked at a White House press briefing if any active duty U.S. military personnel have been killed in Ukraine.
They're not going to do that. They're going to use guys that they can take out of the reserves, like the guy that Prigozhin was holding up. I mean, he was in the reserves. He was supposedly retired, but his ID said, basically it never expired. So they could, I mean, that's what they're doing. They're playing games. They call that, sheep dipping. Oh, I've resigned my commission. Now I'm not in the army. And then the next day he's in Ukraine. Just like that Canadian guy that was facing charges and showed up in Ukraine.
But you might know how our army is functioning, because there is a chain of command. So, and if this chain of command, this is the most important axe in the middle of the army. On this chain of command is based all the action that the army is taking. And if this chain of command had no highest rank, has not only not highest rank, it has the pyramid up is not there.
I think there's a big section in the middle missing. All the dudes that were the guys that got the job done, I think there's a big chunk of them missing. That's why you're seeing it. There's a huge vacuum right now.
From your answer, I understand that nobody knows who is there in charge now. Nobody knows who is in charge.
But Draco, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like a regular soldier, he's just fighting.
Yeah, Dan, I don't understand why you are trying now to do this small. This is a huge thing, man.
Draco,
it's an army without command.
Draco, what I'm trying to say.
It's the most important thing in this world until now.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Calm down, dude. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm calming. I'm not nervous, man. I'm just.
Your mic is very loud. Draco, your mic is very loud.
Sorry. No, I am very loud. I have a single voice. I'm singing.
What I'm saying, Draco, literally, none of the men know none of their men probably know they're even company officer. Like their company.
Dan, sorry, you're completely wrong, because Zaluzhny was the hero of the Ukrainian army. He was like a god for these guys. How can you say that? Zaluzhny was like a god. Zaluzhny was much more important.
Let me talk or not? Are you going to do what you always do or not? Jesus Christ, this guy he's just going to keep talking.
What is this guy done?
Draco, there has to be some form of at least some command structure there, because we're just talking about the battling going up front. The more important thing is how are they getting water, fuel, bullets, and food?
Yeah, Manny, that's what I'm trying to say.
And I know, and I get that's where Dan's trying to tell you, is that you're talking something that is so far above that at the lower level it doesn't. But you don't understand, Draco. Draco,
Mehdi, I brought this question. I understand what I am talking about.
Okay, so then let me answer what I think then.
So if you
ask a question, can we let people
want
answer?
to take the question and laugh about this question, you can. But I think this is the most important thing right now in Ukrainian war. Because an army without chain of commands is a fucked up army. So
Draco,
why are they
answer your question.
fighting?
I can answer your question in one sentence.
Please.
We don't know because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm not done. Why does it not matter? Because even if they keep the people who are in charge hidden from us, it would not matter.
Right.
But the other thing
for all we know, it could be Siersky. It could be some other general who
No way.
It doesn't matter what you say no way. We don't know. You still function as a military.
There is no
Draco, let me ask you a question. Draco, let me ask you a direct question. Draco, stop. 1 second. Let me ask you a question. If Buddha and Zaluzhny have already been taken out, why would you announce what the chain of command is? If the two top people, because the two top people, Draco, give me a second, because the two top people were already targeted and removed. So why would you put the name, excuse me, why would you put the name forward of who isn't?
Why?
Because, listen, Draco, it's about being targeted. Oh my God.
It's a very clear answer. Why? Because every soldier need a commander which is believing in to go there dying.
I'm not going to stop.
This is why.
Wait, Dan, just a sec. Dan, just a sec.
When you are going to war, there is a war. There is not a propaganda. You don't understand how war is functioning.
You're talking about the thing, though. What I'm trying to tell you is this. No, Draco, just let me talk for a second. Damn, let me talk for a second. If we already have Budarov and Zaluzhny, who were the top tier, were already taken out, why would you in Ukrainian command then announce who the next people are so that they can turn around and target and then take them out? It's better that nobody knows who's in command right now, at least outside of the Ukraine. What you're talking about is what Dan is saying is those commanders they look up to are on the front line. Those bigger commanders that you're thinking they looked up to are not the ones that the soldiers actually pay attention to. It's the ones in their direct command.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to answer the question the way I want it to answer.
War is not functioning like this because they are sending their people to die. So people are giving their lives for their commanders. If you don't have a good commander, your people not gonna willing to die for nothing. They are willing to die because they are believing in their commander. So if you don't have good commander, your people are not gonna die for you. Dan, shut up.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because I am talking now. You shut up. So
I mean, you've been talking nonstop. Nobody cares what you have to say.
No problem. Nobody.
Okay, so if you just want to keep talking, just keep talking. Just keep talking, and we'll both keep talking.
What is functioning about? There is a scheme. There is a.
Nobody cares what you have to say because you don't.
Hey, Dan, are you mad?
You just have to stop. Nobody
I'm just doing what you're doing.
I'm just doing what you're doing. All right,
what I am doing, I asked the question and I tried to explain. You are talking
here for hours. I try to answer it.
Yeah, but you answer shitty. You don't answer logical.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You didn't even let me get to my second sentence.
Try to answer logical. Because you said you were a soldier, my friend. You said you are a soldier. I don't believe you that you were a soldier.
So funny.
If you give such an answer, you are a liar. I am sorry. Because war is functioning with command. If you don't have a command, which the soldiers are believing in, they are not giving their life for it. What's your problem then? What's your problem?
There is no problem. You just never let me finish my sentence.
Then shut up, let me talk. Let me talk when I am finished, then you can talk.
I'm just not going to let you talk like a retard over everybody.
You are an asshole now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the truth every time. I'm not going to lie to you.
So you're an American asshole which is living in Russia and lying us about that he was a soldier. Because you never was a soldier.
Bro.
You asked your question.
What the hell?
Dan, can you reply? You asked your question, Dan. What's the reply?
Yeah, so my reply is he's asking like who's in charge and stuff like this. And what I was trying to tell him is that, and to prove the point that there is no command right now in the lower levels, when Ukraine is being double enveloped, when Ukraine is being maneuvered around, it's very hard to know that this is happening. So the command is failing the Ukrainians. They're already enveloped. by the time they get the word to get out, and it's happened over and over again. This means that the command is not there at the smallest level. The platoon is not connected to the company. The company is probably not connected to the battalion, and it's a failure. It's a failure of command.